Boy, my silly.
Welcome to Wednesday Night Live from the Basement. Here's your hosts, Rob, Daryl, and Joe.
Except it's not Rob, Daryl, and Joe. It's just Rob and Sam. How you doing, Sam?
I'm good, man.
Good.
Lazy evening here in Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice warm weather, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we've actually the last couple of days we've had a lot of like flash flooding and crazy stuff. Yeah, I was with my fiance for the last week. We had a bridal shower for her up in Pennsylvania where her parents live. It was co-ed. It was like a chance for like my family to meet her family and like
Nice.
it was a cookout. So like it was pretty cool. So I was with her on and off the whole week. And actually I ended up staying at her place an extra night because they were calling for all these floods. And they were like, don't leave your house. It could be fatal. Man. And I was like, daggone it. And so of course, the first night it didn't rain. And so yesterday when they're not calling for anything, I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go home. And so like she had a band concert because she plays in a band and like an orchestra. And so like I watched her show. And then when I was leaving, I mean, it was just like rivers in the road. I'm like, daggone it. Today's the day that it rains. So
dang.
We got more of it today here. Well, just for like an hour or two, but it's been pretty wet down here.
Yikes.
So
Trevor, how you doing, man? I posted the link there if you want to join us. Feel free. Sam and I are having an impromptu chat because I had to cancel the regularly scheduled chat tonight because I got delayed in the city with my new boss in town. So got to work once in a while, right?
And I knew I wasn't going to be available next week. So
it's good, man. We haven't chatted in ages. It's been a while.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, probably the last time I was on screen with you was, I guess, last time I was on the Wednesday chat.
Yeah, probably.
So, hey, Richard,
I know you're tired from actually working today, but the link's there if you want to join us. You're more than welcome.
The joy of my current job, which I've now been doing since September, is that it's a
look at this. Look. Boom.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my God. We got the band back together. How you doing, pal?
What's up, boys? Oh, Sam, that was the sweet sound of heaven right there.
Yeah. Alex. And the plain shirt a la Brian, Embryonic Robot.
It's logoed, man. You just can't see it.
Is it beer and vinyl?
No. Rob, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, pal. What's new in your world?
Not much, man. Just been sort of taking care of things around here. I'm leaving for about a 5-6 day trip to go visit my brother down in Texas tomorrow.
Oh, that's cool. That's good.
So we'll probably be putzing around, probably go live sometime.
There'll be some shenanigans.
No, there will be shenanigans to be paid.
Well, Alex, you told me you were going to a Ted Cruz rally.
Oh, sir.
He's got the Ted Cruz beard, so.
Gee, man. Should I just see myself out?
No, man, no. Please don't.
This is why I don't stream it with you anymore, Rob. I get harassed. Okay?
Lost.
But Sam, when you were telling the story about being up in Pennsylvania, I was like, that's the first time I've ever heard anybody refer to a social gathering as being co-ed. You know? It's not like
girls there too.
Gym class back in 4th grade, you know.
Yeah.
No, you were saying, Sam, about the job. Sorry, we cut you off there.
No, I was just saying with the job that I've been doing since September. The good thing about it is compared to my last job, though it is a little bit less pay, it is like there's zero stress to it at all.
Nice.
Which no stress sometimes like hurts my brain because I'm like, I probably need a little bit of something to get me motivated here. But yeah, some of that.
But I got nothing but stress.
Yeah. So like that's why I was like, Rob, please stream with me. I need something. I need to be challenged.
It was killing me. I was telling Sam, Sam was going to be the guest tonight, but I had to cancel the stream at the last minute because I got a new boss who was in town this week, and I met him for the very first time. And the meetings ran late, and then had to drive him to the airport, which was going against traffic in Toronto, which is horrendous. And taking him to the airport added about an hour and 45 minutes onto my drive, and I didn't get home till, like after 8 o'clock. I'm like, damn it, I was looking forward to the stream all day. So
meet the new boss, same as the old boss.
Same but different. Polar opposite in terms of personality, but it's, you got to move mountains and
you got to entertain.
Yeah.
Did you get a good dinner at least?
Yeah, we had a good dinner on Monday night. We went to a nice steakhouse. So, yeah, which you can never go wrong with a steakhouse.
Was it Applebee's?
Sam can go wrong at a steakhouse. Rob, how do you get your steak cooked?
I like it medium.
Okay.
I don't want it to be too red in the middle.
No, but you also don't want it to be like leather, like Sam.
It loses all the flavor. What does Sam do? Rip the sole off a shoe and start chewing?
You could probably guess what Sam does just by his accent,
By my accent. Yeah, this is farm country down here.
That's right.
I had a $90 New York strip loin on Monday, so I didn't.
What were your sides?
There was some mashed potatoes and some carrots.
I'm so fucking hungry, man.
So why, man? I ate lunch and I haven't had dinner tonight. So now
Rob,
lunch today was a lot of chicken wings, so that was okay.
Get behind
I have two guys right now. I have two guys that work directly for me. I mean, we were all in the office for a meeting with the big boss, and the big boss was tied up on the phone all morning. So I'm like, guys, we're going for lunch. Let's go get some wings. So we stuffed our asses on wings, and it happened to be wing day at the wing place, or at the restaurant we go to. It was a wing day, so it was cheap wings. So we just loaded up like imbeciles.
Stuffed your asses.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Richard, for $90, that effer better be mooing. So here's the thing that I've learned.
Effer, more like heifer.
I've worked for companies with expense accounts for the better part of my career, and I've had some expense accounts that are outrageous. The company that I work for now, they are, watch what you spend. Except when it comes to food, they don't give a crap, because all my bosses are Italians from Italy, and they will not go to like a Applebee's, to Sam's point. No. You got to find some place that's got 5-star Google reviews. It really doesn't matter what it costs. So $90 steak for us, that's considered garbage.
I was going to say, it's all relative, right? Like that's nothing compared to people who have $500 steaks,
Right. So the first time my previous boss, first time I met him, he took our sales team out for dinner, and there was only 5 of us. And at that place, there was $900 Wagyu steaks on the menu.
Mm.
I didn't go for $900 Wagyu steak, but
you got the cheapie.
I think I had at that time I had like I had like a ribeye or something. It was like $300. Which is great when someone else is paying for it, right? And then I get home and my wife gives me the stink eye, like, how expensive was your meal tonight? I'm going, hun, it's my boss. What do you want me to do?
For me, it wasn't expensive at all.
It wasn't expensive at all, but she gets all jealous, right? Because I get to go to the fancy restaurants that I don't really care about, and she wants to.
Well, meanwhile, I'm debating Diet Coke versus water. So I'm like, the extra $2.50,
I'm like that outside of work. So
yeah.
Who would have thought this whole conversation was going to go towards food? But Rob, since you mentioned fat Italians, I'm curious.
I didn't say fat.
Do you have Fazoli's up there?
Fazoli.
I've been to Fazoli's in the Midwest.
It is, well, Sam obviously is excited about this because it's pretty trashy. So obviously,
I haven't been for 15 years, but it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's fast food Italian. Like it is set up like any other sort of. What, you jealous, buddy? Shit. Like what you see yourself in me.
Chance, there's a link, man. If you want to join this stud muffin show we got going on here.
That's our Ted Cruz, But no, Alex, it's been years, and I remember I did it. I was going to Colorado, and we stopped at a Fazoli's, and I was like, "What is this?" And they're literally handing you to-go boxes of spaghetti, and it's like,
it's very bizarre. And I think for a long time, their whole their special, whatever. But it was very, very quick, pasta. But obviously, we're talking lower than Noodles and Company.
Yeah.
But I think it was something 25-cent breadsticks. That was sort of a big thing. Is people just go and load up on the breadsticks.
Chance heard Fazoli's and awoke like the Kraken.
Man,
I'd never been to a Noodles and Company until 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was tasty, just like, hey, here's some mac and cheese. Let's put some barbecue on it.
So the funny thing is, I am not a food person, right? Just give me something cheap, and I really don't care.
Look, neither are Alex and I.
I'm not a foodie, but my previous boss and my new boss are foodies, right? And we would go to these expensive restaurants, especially my old boss. It had to be Italian, and it had to be a certain number of Google stars, whatever. And it had to be authentic because he was Italian from Milan, and it can't be this shitty North American Italian food. It has to be from the mother country, and everyone in the restaurant has to speak English or speak Italian. There's no English. That's the kind of restaurant we'd always go to. So when the new boss started on Monday, he goes, "Where do you guys want to go for dinner?" I go, "Well, there's a bunch of good Italian places around." And he goes, "Listen, I left the mother country when I was 24. I don't need to eat any of the food." And I said to him, "Thank God I am so sick of authentic Italian food every time the boss is in town." So, Jesus.
So Olive Garden it was, huh?
Well, I remember
some random steakhouse, and it was good.
I know when Glenn was here, what was it, a couple months ago now, and we were gonna go out to the calzone place, that's become Glenn's favorite thing. But they were
different calzone places though that we won't. Sam does not swap calzone friends. We have
I don't need to mingle the likes of Alex with my one place and then Glenn with the other.
Don't cross the streams is what you're saying.
It's separate relationships. Yeah, it's separate.
Gotcha.
Separate ladies. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah.
But so we went and they were closing an hour early because they weren't having business because it was a Monday night or whatever. So we ended up going to Chick-fil-A because Glenn had never been, and he had heard all the stuff. His wife is allergic to peanuts, so they don't go because it's made with peanut oil. Welcome to the beach.
That's why we don't go.
So we went and he's like, "Yeah, this is great." So we ate it. He loved it. We played banjo. Well, then Gary from Physical Format, he's commenting in the comments on that video. He's like, "Next time Glenn comes, you better take him to a better place than Chick-fil-A. The fact that you said that that's a great place to go is beyond me." I'm like, "Settle down, Gary." I took him to the place that needed to happen because we needed to play banjo.
We have a few Chick-fil-A's. I've been to one. I was like, whatever. I tell you the place that I want to go desperately, and you can laugh and tell me I don't know, but I want to go to Sonic.
Nah.
Those
what I've learned with
milkshakes and shit that they show on TV.
It's cheap.
It's
happy hour cheap.
Sonic's interesting because it does genuinely depend on I've been to some Sonics where I'm like, this was a 4-star experience. And I've been to some where they you feel like you're limping when you're done. So, and it's bizarre. But yeah, and then they just got a lot of novelty weird things. Right?
It's one of those things that you can oh, I want a milkshake. Let me add 6 flavors that they have into a milkshake. And they're like, sure,
exactly.
We'll do it.
Exactly.
It's a bunch of high teenagers that are like, sure, we'll do it. And
I see the TV commercials all the time. I'm like, man, I gotta go there.
I will say Sonic is fairly expensive for what it is.
It's a great tasting laxative, apparently.
Nah. That's a Chick-fil-A milkshake, which I love, but it makes the stomach gurgle.
We need to get you up here to have some real Canadian poutine. That'll make your stomach gurgle.
There'll be poutine in the toilet.
Damn right. I love it, but I got to make sure I'm going to be home after I eat it because So it'll be fireworks.
Oh, I'm going to Montreal for my honeymoon.
I heard.
Hopefully, we'll be getting the real deal. I know there's a brewery near where she lives that I'd never had any kind of type of poutine of any kind, and it was delicious. I mean, I was very full because it was potatoes and beer, my whole night. But yeah, I'm excited for such frivolity.
Montreal's great. It's fun. It's fun. Like, you going right to the city proper, or are you staying, like, whereabouts you going?
Probably the city. I think we're going to do a couple days in Quebec City.
That's 3 hours away from Montreal.
Yeah. We're going to do probably 2 nights and then fly back out, like go back to Montreal, probably stay like in an airport hotel, and then take a red eye to Philly and then back to Virginia.
Nice.
So
it'll be fun.
Yeah.
You'll be fine in Montreal. The people in Quebec will hate you because you're American. In Montreal, they won't care.
Well, I'll just show them a picture of Romuald and be like, "Here's FVA."
There you go.
Yeah,
they'll be all over it. They would hate me in Quebec. They hate me in Quebec more than they hate you, because the only thing they hate more than Americans are Anglophones, which is what I am. So, they don't speak French. They hate you.
Well, I'll just talk about poutine the whole time.
There you go.
So
great.
Was Daryl
poutine? There you go.
Was Daryl not awake at this time of day?
What's that?
I said, was Daryl not awake at this time of day?
I texted him, but I don't know if he answered me. I know he had to go. That's the other. So the other reason I canceled is because Joe couldn't make it tonight because it was his wife's birthday, and I said, well, I guess that's maybe more important. I'm there with your wife and your kids or whatever. And then Daryl's like, I might have to go pick my son up. And then after I texted him to say I had to cancel, he goes, you know what? It's probably good. I think I have to go referee tonight. It's some football game. So life got busy, and people don't have their priorities straight. YouTube,
Yeah.
Right.
What are you going to do?
No. What are you going to do? I know this is a treat for me.
It's been ages since I saw both of you. I don't know when the last time Alex and I did anything. It's been forever, man.
Yeah, we might be getting back into it. When I jumped and went live on whatever Sunday, and I was just like, this is fun again.
It is fun.
But
I still enjoy it. I've never stopped enjoying it. It's always the highlight of my week. So yeah, it's good. It's good.
You listening to any good music lately, Rob?
Is that what we talk about on here? Music?
Yeah, you got me.
I heard this good song at Chili's,
Mr. Robato, Mr. Rob Otto.
Yeah.
Mr. I hate Record Store Day, but the video does really well.
I didn't say I hate Record Store Day. I said I don't enjoy Record Store Day anymore. But for those
don't hate the player, hate the game.
That's right. That is exactly it. Fuck the game. So yeah, I got a few more Record Store Day fines after the fact, because I know a guy that has a little ownership stake in a record store in Regina, Saskatchewan. So he hooked me up with a few things I was looking for at a very, very attractive price. So the only thing I'm still looking for, of course, is U2 Passengers. Still don't have that. Everything else I got that I was looking for. So
you're not talking about the band Passenger, Alex.
Oh, well, did they do
Let Her Go, or like?
Oh,
he like that really like soft, like.
And you only light when your shining blows. Yeah. Only miss the sun when you're mashing snow. Only miss your lover when you let her blow.
Careful, I don't want a copyright strike.
Oh man, that's good.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I was actually looking the other day for like Record Store Day leftovers at all the online shops that I get stuff from. Like, people have been like pushing me to try to get that Elvis Costello Kings of America live set, because like I think Jim Keltner is on it, Benmont Tench is on it.
Jim Keltner's on everything.
He is on everything. Yeah, he's probably on that Passenger song.
I was thinking about doing a video of records that Jim Keltner plays on, but then I'd have to show 85% of what I own. So I'm like, no, there's no point.
Yeah.
I just go like, there, he's on those, and take a picture of my shelf.
Right, yeah. Like, here's 7 records that he's not on, and they're all Blue Rodeo.
Right. You got to stop singing, Alex, because the dogs outside Richard's house are howling.
At least somebody's getting turned on. You're like, Alex is in heat. He's in heat.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Ladies, lock your doors.
Well,
I was, you guys ever think about really, really great video ideas for everybody but yourself?
Yeah.
Like, you'd be like, oh, that's a great idea for Rob to do, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, well, I guess I could do it, but that wouldn't make sense. But I was sitting here thinking, so Rob, I don't know if this will mean anything to you, but I had like one of these moments literally earlier, this was like an hour ago, where I was like, oh my God, I love that song. It is so like bubblegummy and cheesy and like perfect, like 80s, sort of like early AOR, like what a song. And then I like had that moment where it's like, oh shit, I had no idea it was April Wine, like one of the things. And it is Just Between You and Me.
Oh, yes.
And I was like, oh my God, this is like one of the best. This is one of the best songs ever. And I was like, oh Alex, you should do like your top 10 songs or whatever by Canadian artists. And then I stopped myself and I was like, that's a good idea for Rob. And you know, but or just like, I don't know if you've done, you know, because the people love the ranking, you know, the
True. People love, I haven't done a ranking in forever.
And so I, you know, it's like you could do some good ranking.
You need to think. Richard's having trouble thinking ideas, so Alex is just like AI. He's going to come up with ideas for you.
Well, I mean, like, there's always like the classic, 5 records that the VC got me into, that kind of stuff. Which, I don't know if Richard has done that yet or not. I don't think you have.
I don't think so.
But, it depends. Like, I think, it's everybody obviously has their own sort of style and, stuff, like Rob, like you're very regimented, right? Like you said before, you're like, I tape on Friday, I edit on Saturday, and I post on Sunday, right? Like,
yep. Except I didn't this week because I didn't have any ideas.
So, can't say that. And, and then like other stuff is like, obviously it depends what people do and if they like truly view this as like one of the things I kind of giggle at is like, someone's like, oh, you're on YouTube. And I was like, sure. And they're like, wow, man, like, they're like, you're a content creator. And I was like, I literally like turn on my phone, chug a beer, and make dick jokes. Like I'm not gonna go like, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, it's some great you putting out content recently. And I'm like, if by content you mean like here's another 17-minute video of like some ringwear records that I bought for then call me. Then I am
some shit I bought at the garage sale.
Right, like then I am the creator. I feel like a lot of times it's like the videos I enjoy, quote unquote, making the most are like those like what's on tap like things. It's like it's the end of the week, drink a beer and just talk about what I listened to that week or whatever. And like, it's like it's not an original idea. Everybody, I mean, most people are, if you only are able to listen to like a record or two a week, you still talk about those, like that sort of thing. So that's why it's like, I don't. Hey, Train, you're so funny. I don't know if it's this weekend or the following weekend. I usually don't go down. I mean, Plaid Room's like almost 2 hours away from me. But I thought it was cool. What they're doing is they're putting in a number of test pressings from coal mine stuff, and they're putting them in like secret places in the warehouse, and they're $3. And so they're like, they kind of like mystery put them in like, the stack of Dan Logelberg and all that kind of stuff. So
Say that one more time.
Dan Fogelberg.
Oh, that's what I thought you said. Yeah. No, I was I was looking earlier for those in the comments, those that follow Real Gone Music, which is like this label that puts out stuff that's, not easily accessible. It's stuff that's only been pressed one time kind of thing. They've been teasing this big drop on Friday of new releases, and I'm very curious. And they're always very reasonably priced. I know Josh at the Flip Side talks about them a lot. I have a lot of their stuff. But I mean, their records are like, after shipping and tax here in the States, they're like $28. So I'm very curious to see what Friday is bringing for that. But I've been. It's funny, and we all kind of talking over. Oh, we're gonna go on record hiatus. Meanwhile, like today there was like a, I'm a big fan of like the Lumineers, and this is another video idea for those that are in the comments. A lot of these like new artists are putting out stuff. Like they'll put out a record like in January, February. Fast forward to September, they're like, here's the deluxe version of the album that we released earlier this year.
That pisses me off. Green
and I'm sure, Rob,
do
you're looking at Saviors by Green Day.
Saviors, and that pissed me off because I bought the record. I love the record. I love the record a lot. And now I see this deluxe one. I'm like, well, God damn it. I got to buy it because there's more shit on it. So
and
now
the record, like, what do I do with
I bought so now I will have bought the damn thing twice.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like the good thing is, because people that know me know, like I'm a big fan of the Lumineers, kind of like an acoustic-y band. They're huge. I mean, they play like at Wrigley Field. Like they're filling huge arenas. They just announced the deluxe version of their album Automatic, which came out like in January or February. What I appreciate is they're calling it deluxe, but really it's a 10-inch with like 6 extra songs. So it's like some acoustic songs and then like a couple others. So I'm like, okay, that I can get behind because it's a new format. You don't have to rebuy everything. And it's, 6 or 7 extra songs. However, it's a $23 10-inch with $11 shipping. So it's like, I'm buying another record here. And of course, today I'm like, oh, well, I've got to buy it because I'm a Lumineers completist. So it's just, and like the Green Day thing, like I don't have it on vinyl. So like, I'm okay with getting the deluxe version. And I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm going to, but so many other people have done that. I mean, Casey Muskrat, as Alex would say, Casey Musgraves, she did it. Sierra Farrell did it.
Taylor did it.
Taylor Swift does it all the time. Yeah. And it's just like the thing that sucks is that it's within the same year. It's like, oh, it's 6 months ago we released this album. Here's 2 extra songs for an extra $20. It's like, golly.
Yeah, it's frustrating. You wonder at what point people are going to go, F that, that's enough.
Well, obviously we haven't, and the records keep getting more expensive, and we keep buying them.
Yeah, we do.
Well, it's like not the same, and I'm kind of curious from the purist standpoint. One of the records I've been listening to a lot and loving is the new Counting Crows record, and I did like a semi like video review on it or whatever, and it's just like kind of funny, like. They are not a prolific band. It's like August came out in 93. And I think this record that they released this year is only their 8th full length record, album. So it's, the first in like 16 years or 11 years or whatever. But it's like kind of funny. And I actually don't have a problem with the way they did this. Was like they released a standalone EP back in like 2021. And then they released the full album this year, which side A is all new stuff, and side B is the EP. So it makes up the whole album. But, like the technicality of it is like, well, technically some of the stuff's like, 4 or 5 years old or whatever. Yeah. But I feel like that's also kind of been like the model for a lot of, Rob's favorite day, Record Store Day.
Oh, yeah. I have a video about that.
I was like, shoot, everybody's watched it, obviously. And so it's like, but, it's like, that's what they'll do too, is they'll be like, oh, pre-order this great record off the website, and then 6 months later for Record Store Day they'll release an even more special edition, and that sort of thing. So there's that. Rob, I will say, we don't have to go down a Taylor rabbit hole. I mean, we could.
We should.
You'd go in that rabbit hole. I know that much. But
I do a lot of things in that rabbit hole.
I bet you would.
Yes, sir.
I still can't believe, and there's smarter people than you and I.
Right.
Absolutely. But I'm like sitting here, and I'm like, and maybe it's just how fast that she and her team have been able to like turn around and crank out physical media. I'm sure they got like when they call like the plants, it's like Taylor's company. They stock it up. But like we were talking about this a year ago on like a stream, I think, of her doing like a vinyl, throw some CDs in there, throw some Blu-rays in there, whatever. Eras tour box set.
I'd throw money at it.
Make it like a 4-5 LP set, because there were the 3-hour shows. They're all different colors. They got a tour poster, every tchotchke you could possibly imagine. I'm like, that would go gangbusters.
I'd buy it. I don't care what it costs.
I would too. I mean, there's not, I mean, you got some boots and stuff, but there is not a really like an official, live experience. And what better?
Not on vinyl. There is on CD.
Right.
There's 1989 World Tour Live, which I have a pirated version of on vinyl. Mm-hmm. But no, there isn't a vinyl version. There should be.
And you could even take it the direction of like, the All Things Must Pass, like crate. Like, I mean, you could like completely, I mean, I don't like the word cash grab, but like you can make it like the cash grab effect of like, like here's like, it's like a guitar shaped, box with all the records in it. Like, 2 drops on my guitar, blue vinyl,
She could grab whatever of mine she wanted.
Yes. Well, it's like, I mean, you just think of not only all the people who buy her stuff anyway, but how many people went to that show and that is like their relic from it, like that is because from what I hear, people who buy her merch end up being very disappointed because apparently like the merch is like the clothing and apparel is like
it's garbage,
awful, and like is like ruining like and they're dropping like they're made. Shut up, Sam. And then, it's like $80 for a pair of pajama pants, and they're just like blowing up in the dryer and stuff. But because I understand like it's probably impossible to go and like if stuff from earlier tours is under Scooter still, like I don't know how live recordings work and label, like no idea. But for me, I'm like, each and every one of those shows was recorded
100%.
Great sound. I mean, all that type of stuff. So
and you could even do like the stupid thing. Like I'm picturing it now, like a tiny little Ziploc bag with like the confetti that fell at the end. Like here's some real confetti that fell.
Yep. Even if it wasn't, you could say it wasn't. People would believe it.
Right. She'll throw guitar picks in there. Like all the tchotchkes that we would make fun of so much would be all the things that people would goop their shorts about.
Like
practically gooping my shorts.
Friendship bracelet. Oh, all of it. Yeah.
Yep. I'm in.
Why don't people listen to us, Rob?
I'm in.
Well, contact her.
Yeah, I'll just give her a call right now.
Yeah.
I know. I can't tell, not to keep going here, if she's plotting or if she's just genuinely like enjoying living her life with homeboy.
I mean, if I were her, I'd take some time off because, how many?
Nonstop.
3.5 hour show. She did like 150 of them. Good for her. And put out a few albums in the meantime. But I got to say, she needs to get her ass back to work because we haven't had a new album in almost a year. So what are you doing, lady?
Yeah, that triple album wasn't enough for you.
Nope, not enough. we need Reputation, and we need the self-titled Taylor's version. We need to get them out. Give us something new. Chance saw the red CMA promo in Austin, so that's a sore point. Because I owned one of those for a very brief time.
No,
I did. Did I ever tell you that story?
Oh.
Okay, so you know the one he's talking about that says for your ACM consideration?
Yeah.
Okay. Before they went bonkers, I bought one off eBay. And it shipped from the States. And I'm going to swear here, the fucking moron I bought it off of did not put any cardboard on it. They literally just wrapped the record in paper and sent it in the mail. So you can imagine what the four corners look like. They literally were.
Yeah.
So I opened this thing and I was pissed off. I bought it for like $75. I was mad about it. And so I said to the person, I'm not happy because this has damaged all the shit. I said, how could you ship a record without putting any cardboard on it? Well, I thought the cardboard on the record jacket would be enough. I'm like, wow. I'm like, you got better steeply credit me on this. And the woman I bought it off, I'll give you $5 off. And I said, you can keep your damn record. I'm sending it back to you, which I did. And I regret that because even if it was damaged all the shit, it did only pay $75 for it, and I should have just kept the goddamn thing.
Yeah,
shoot,
but you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know
because now they're thousands.
That's
in good condition, of course, but there's just so few of them. I kicked myself.
Well, that's what's so crazy about like there's like limited release kind of things. I mean, and we don't know. Back to the record store thing. And that's kind of the joy of record store day. Like
we don't talk about Taylor Swift, Sam.
So sorry.
Go ahead, keep going. I'm listening.
Like we don't know, like what's going to be like a hot item for. I mean, we have like an idea. Like if Taylor Swift's going to release something on record store day, it's going to sell quickly. Yep. If Billie Eilish is going to release something, it's going to sell quickly. Like the Noah Khan, like the new artist that the kids are lining up for. But like the surprise release for record store day that came out was the Marty Stewart instrumental album, which was like surf rock, very, very cool record. 2 record set, $40, it's classic record store day price. I had friends that were like, yeah, I'm gonna wait on that. That's gonna be around. That's gonna be something that's around. Cause like, bigger names like Elton John had like a Live at the Rainbow Room record that he came out with, like an acoustic one, just him on the piano, and then Ray Cooper on percussion. That's still around. Like you can still see that in record stores. But the Marty Stewart thing sold out. And it's like that thing now on Discogs is like a $75, $80 record. And it's like Marty Stewart, like how did that happen? Like there were like 1,500 of them made. So it's like, Marty Stewart's not, A-list, he's not like a, in the country world, it would be like a Chris Stapleton or, somebody like that. So it goes to that whole thing of like, do you have to fall into the FOMO of getting these records, and that's the whole thing of like record store, record collecting, with like, limited releases, audiophile stuff, all that stuff. Like, do I just bite and go on all in, even if I'm hesitant about it? Because once it's gone, it's on Discogs for $80, $90, $100.
The thing I never get is you look at the eBay listings of shit after record store day. And I'll use the YouTube passengers thing as an example. Right after record store day, at least, in Canadian dollars, when I look at ebay.ca, they're $120, $140, and there's 50 listings, and they're all priced roughly the same.
Yep.
And now I'm looking at it, and we're, for argument's sake, a month after record store day, and those same 40 or 50 listings have been relisted at the same damn price. And you go, guys, it's not selling. Drop the price a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, I'll say, I don't remember who it was that was talking on video. I don't know if it was Alex or who it was. But like, there are also like the record stores that will, increase the price like the next day, on the item, like, oh, we still have one of these Marty Stewarts. Let me jack it up another $15. Where it's like, you're sell it at market price, like what it was originally intended to be, and not.
That's trash.
Then the very next day, it's a hot commodity because it's a
right,
record
like
store rarity, which is bullshit.
Which honestly, like, it would be hard for me as a record store owner to like not do that, because it's like, ooh, like I'm looking at eBay, I'm looking at Discogs. This record, this Taylor Swift record, whatever, is like, oh, it's it's hot. So it's like, why not jack it up $10?
Yeah.
But
But you know what though, is like even empathizing with like the store owner who does that, like there's a way to do it that's not so obvious. You know, it's like if you know that you have a hot item, like stow it away and then 6 months later put it out on the floor as if it's a new arrival.
Right.
You know? But you know, I appreciate there's a couple of places that did this because like, you know, the super like limited hot item this past year was a Wicked soundtrack. Something, right?
Just because of the color, right? Like it had already been released.
I have no idea because I feel like I see the Wicked soundtrack all the time.
I think it was released,
but it's like, you know, even like our biggest stores got like 1, 2, and so instead what they did was they do a raffle with it, and then it's like, you know, a drop $1 for a ticket or whatever, you know what I mean? And then like it's a charity thing. It goes to a local charity. Anybody can buy into it, and then it just goes to like a random, you know, like they do a drawing. And I'm like, I like that. That's great. Now I'm sure like the person who wants to line up at 2 p.m. the day before wants it that bad, but it's like, I don't know. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
All of these are reasons I don't like Record Store Day.
That's right.
But you know, it makes
people like Sam and I, like we actually appreciate people who don't like Record Store Day because that's like one less, you know, person to like sit in line. The thing is like, yeah, like that's how it works, right? It's like I think the more and more people get more like kind of turned off by it, it's like, well, it's one less person to buy passengers, you know.
Only know you love her when you well, it's bad. It's like even like as of today, like this morning, like I was thinking, I was like, ooh, I'm already ready for like the Black Friday list to drop. It's yeah, it's stupid. It's just so
every
stupid.
time I hear the Record Store Day list is coming out, I literally go, oh crap. Because I don't want there to be anything on there that I want. Because when there is shit on there that I want, I'm like, I either got to do the Record Store Day thing that I don't want to do, or I got to call in favors from people, or I got to hope I can find. And I'm just like, I'm too old.
I'll say, Rob, what is like, I mean, because like we all have like, you know, like our fantasy grails or whatever. Like, what is the fantasy grail that would make you get up and wait in line?
Nothing
makes Rob. Listen, 2 things Rob does not like: waking up early and waiting in line.
Amen, brother. I don't do either of those.
What if they had free like Tim Hortons donuts?
No. I don't even think you're going to get me out of bed early with the Taylor Swift Eras Deluxe box set with stage worn underwear in it. I don't think I'm going to get out of bed. Nope. Nope.
You're such a dirty old man.
You love it. You're thinking, man, that's a good thing to put in the box set.
It's so stupid. But you know what? Here's me shouldn't on people. You know, Rob, like you should do. I don't know. I feel like the only way to make that kind of stuff like fun is like if you were able to get with like Embryonic Brian and like somebody else, and then you make it like the group effort, right? Like the boys are going out at 4 a.m, like we're getting, you know, it's like, and it becomes like the big social thing. But now Trevor's got a good question though. Trevor and Richard.
Goddamn Jason Arsenault sending me texts to make me crack up while I'm hosting a live stream. He does it every.
At least you're getting texts from him.
At least you're getting something from him.
I mean, there's not going to be a box set, so it's a moot point.
Well, that's the fantasy of it, Rob.
Speaking of fantasy, Susanna Hobbs, if she was serving Timbits, nah. Well, yeah.
What about those old donuts from Tim Hortons?
If she wants to hand me a couple donut balls, I'll be all right with that.
Yeah, I bet.
Dangle those bangles, you know what I mean?
Damn you, Arsenault! If you're watching, cut it out, man. What are you sending me now?
We know he's watching. No, I mean, I've never.
I'm putting my phone away, Jay. I'm not doing it. There he is, of course.
Jason, come up, make it like old times.
Yeah, hold on, Jason. I'll put you got to join us, man.
We know he's out there saving cats.
Probably making supper.
Yeah,
Get your ass up here, Jason. It'll be just like old times.
Yeah, we know Glenn's not awake, so he couldn't make it. He's got the CPAP on, sleeping. Sorry, Glenn.
It's not his fault, man.
Yeah.
That's how he fuels the sex machine.
Alex, I was listening to our buddy FEA today, and
hold on, this is worthwhile. Me going, what's wrong?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a great story, Sam.
No, Sam. But I'm trying to compare this to the new one that came out of MROS. I like this thing a lot.
Yeah.
Like I liked it a lot. Again, if you like the 60s pop kind of stuff, this is all over that. But this is like MROS has become like one of my I could see him becoming like a favorite quickly. But yeah,
listen, Concert Buddy's giving you heck for shaming the sleep apnea, folks.
And then what's that next comment there?
Slap apnea.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things. Be like somebody slapping from the slap apnea.
Oh,
there he is. We got the band back together. It's a reunion.
This is awesome.
Man.
Jason, what have you been doing?
My connection is crap. I'm gonna get cut out here.
Yeah, where are you?
I'm in the basement.
What is that black dot in the corner?
What?
It's a huntsman spider.
What is that thing?
I was just gonna say that.
The show went nuclear. Yeah.
I'm really glad Jason's here
right now.
Huh?
What was for supper, Jason?
Hamburger helper.
Sausage.
Ooh.
You and Sam both had sausages.
He inspired me with his sausage.
I bet he did.
What about my menu? Oh, there he is. No, I too had sausage.
Oh, and then he's gone.
Well,
The best is like his connection was totally like fine. And he's like, "Oh, your boy,
I'm gonna fuck with those guys.
break it up, boys. I'm in my basement."
he just wanted to get us 2 seconds of fame.
He had to go put the lotion in the basket.
Yeah. Now he's gonna send Rob another dick, and then it's gonna be fun.
He sent me a picture of someone who shat their denim shorts. So he says he's gonna try again. So there you go.
He wasn't supposed to send that picture, but
Oh, but you're 11 Ross then? No, that was the same, man.
Yeah. No, because he had one between this one, because this was 2020. There was a second, right, between this one and then
so I think it was like it was never released on physical media. It was like an EP or a live record or something between that and then now. But his first record came out on Sofa Burn back in like 2016. So, but you'd probably like that one too. I mean, that one's like almost.
Did you say? Did you say Sofa Burn?
Sofa Burn was like, yeah, it's an independent label.
It's owned by JD Vance, isn't it?
Right, that's a good one. I was like, that's what he gets. That's what he gets after, you know.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, but you probably like that too, Sam. I mean, that one's a little bit more like trippy, psyche type stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be complete. It's like I need to find all the stuff. Hey, John, what's going on, man? John was up late last night.
John, hold on.
Yeah, John was.
Here you go, John. There's a link. Join us.
Alex and I were keeping John on his toes last night.
It was a mess.
I would have normally joined him because I always do but I passed out on the couch. So,
man, guys, I'm so hungry.
Me too.
Dude, I've been like suffering by eating
You need a calzone with some buffalo chicken fingers in it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out because my birthday is Friday, and I'm trying to figure out like where I want to go eat, and that's on the short list. Which is like one of the 2 restaurants I go to. So,
What's he doing?
He's letting us know that he's there, but he also is like, I don't want to be on YouTube.
Did he forget how to be a content creator?
See, I just need.
How were we mean to you, John? I was never mean to you.
No, Sam and I.
Oh, you guys were mean.
Well, we were just making jokes, and they were just so like, they're just bad. They're just stupid. They weren't like inappropriate. They were just dumb. Like, you know how Sam. You know how
they were like late night sleepover jokes.
Oh, good Lord.
I will say,
you guys know all about those.
Honestly, yeah, I've put Alex to sleep on this very couch. No, I will say, Alex, one of the greatest jokes I've ever heard was last night with John's stream. I was crying laughing, but
have a good night, Trevor.
Well,
yeah, I don't know how you could sleep after watching this shit show.
Yeah, good luck on your slap apnea.
Yeah. You got anything music related coming up, boys?
I'm going to see The Darkness.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be such a good show.
Dude, I am so excited.
I bet you.
Rob?
Look at this. 3rd time's a charm, maybe. I don't know.
Hit us with a hey, VC.
Hi.
There he is.
Jesus Christ.
Boy.
You alive, Jason?
I can't. I haven't used StreamYard in forever, so it's like opening the smaller window and my freaking earbuds don't connect to it. And I don't know what's going on. Anyway, you can hear me now.
We can hear you now.
We heard you the first time. Before you went up to your greenhouse up there that you stream from.
The connection is so crappy. You guys are choppy as hell.
You had to get away from the huntsman spider that was in the corner of the ceiling.
Yeah, I don't want to. Are you a spider freak? Do you get scared by the spiders and the snakes?
Oh fuck! There's nothing that scares me more in this world.
No way, really.
Oh man, I'd rather burn down the house than kill a spider because I'm just like.
You're like Sam, but with ticks.
I don't mess with ticks. Spiders, I'll kill with my hand, but no, I can't do ticks.
Off. Are you serious? That's
cool. I kill one.
Okay, gurgle nicer.
Oh.
No, I'm not talking like one the size of my hand. I'm talking about these little dudes. But like, yeah, I'll just go bop.
I'll kill those and just about shit myself.
I mean, I didn't say I didn't do that too, but it's for different reasons.
Jesus.
Jason, you hear me?
I hear you just fine. I'm listening and enjoying your sausage and spider banter.
Oh, you didn't laugh, so. What you drinking there, Jason? What's on tap?
I'm on wine now.
No, it's on wine, Jason.
I can only handle so many beer. That's how I'm getting old. Do you find that, Rob? Now that you're old like me, you're older than me.
I don't drink, so.
That's right. But you can only take so many carbonated beverages, and then you're like, I gotta stop.
I don't have that problem.
Yeah, what we're gonna say? Like, no, Rob's getting older. He can only throw back 43 chicken wings.
I only had 25 of them for lunch. So,
dude, really? What flavors did you go with?
I split it between hot honey and dry Cajun.
Oh,
yeah.
I once ate 50.
I would do disgusting things to Sam's.
I'm saying I knew a dry Cajun in college. You
would destroy his toilet, wouldn't you?
Like James Carville over here.
Wow. Wow.
Dude,
that's a political joke.
That's a cut.
That's a cut.
Look who's here.
It's Billy Joel.
Yeah.
You can get back at them now, John. You can check shit at them.
You do kind of look like Billy Joel, John.
I do, right? Yeah, there you go. Sporting the hair, man.
Yeah.
So what's going on? I just saw you guys were on.
Absolutely nothing. I had to cancel the regular stream tonight and then Sam's like, listen, if I don't get on a live stream, I'm gonna have deadly stream backup. So it's all right.
Actually,
that doesn't sound good.
Quick question. Back on the chicken wings. A question for all of you. This is important. Drums or flats?
I like them both. Doesn't matter.
Flats are funner to eat. You do the.
You're not one of the guys that takes like all the shit off the ends of the bones too, right?
Everything.
Cartilage.
Oh yeah, man. Nothing left.
Oh no.
They call Jason Old Gristle.
Old Gristle.
No.
It's like bacon, man. Nothing left but the squeal.
Squeal like a pig, deliverance jokes.
This is like beer and vinyl after dark.
Man,
this is what
it
is.
Simpler times.
I knew this guy that would eat barbecue, and then he would like break the bone and go for the marrow. You ever see that nonsense?
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, he would do that. He's like,
That's
all the flavors in there. I'm like,
that's just some Florida shit there, John.
yeah, I don't know where that's from. I don't know. That's not
Concert
even
buddy wants to see the flesh. Here you go. There's some there.
Well, I'm sure Rob's in shorts.
I am in shorts. Look.
Oh god.
See them legs.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Rob, let's see you flex them baby cows.
No,
Yeah,
man.
there you go.
You got to pay money for that.
Okay, we'll get the super chats going.
Patreon
exactly.
coming in June. Yeah.
That costs extra. We don't give that stuff away for free.
That's right.
Look at that. You did get you do got a visitor here because you showed your calves.
I put an ounce of sugar in my left bra cup. It hurt at first, but I got used to it. Well, that's good.
Not the first time.
That is a scary ass picture down there.
I just flashed some sack. You wanted
Oh,
flash.
shit. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
There's a reason this shirt says lucky, you know what I mean?
That's what happens when you don't think before you go. Yeah.
I think that person's trolling us, wouldn't you say?
Destroyer, Holy Noor,
About boots.
I'll just ignore that person for now.
Jason, what is this cute little cup you've got going on there?
It's just a pottery thing, but it's like a wine one. I don't know. I'm a pottery freak.
Pottery thing.
I love pottery mugs.
We know.
Yeah.
my represent Canada.
I don't need to see the color of my wine. I don't know wine well enough to appreciate it on that level. What do we got here?
John's got something going here.
My Canada cup, of course.
There you go.
Oh, right on.
I got this at the Goodwill. Look at that. It's got a little wood handle and everything.
Put some maple syrup in there. Let's give her.
Maple syrup and gravy from the poutine. That's a
Yeah.
Yes, I heard the poutine talk earlier. Yes.
There's some poutine down that doesn't sound right. There's some poutine down the corner over here. Yeah.
That's not poutine.
That's called Amsterdam, John.
I don't know what but I still got to try this place with the poutine.
And the food.
Do you eat this, or what do you do with this exactly?
I would love to see a statistic on this particular stream. We've been going now for almost an hour. What percentage has actually been referring to music? And it's very little.
Very little.
I like Alex's question about the chicken wings. That's curious. What did Alex answer to that? Are you a drum or a?
I would prefer drums just because there's more meat on them. But
what about boneless wings? Are they a thing, or people say love or hate?
They don't count.
Yeah,
They're chicken nuggets.
It's a different experience entirely.
They're good, but they're not chicken wings.
That takes Rob back to Sonic. You get your, the spicy nugs at Sonic or whatever.
I can't wait. I want to go to Sonic.
Have you been to Sonic, Jason? You know Sonic?
I know of it. Never seen one.
The hedgehog.
It's a scene, man.
It's bad.
It's a scene, yeah.
Makes your
One of them
stomach
fancy milkshakes.
Kenny Rogers Roasters, haven't been there either.
Oh, I want to go there.
Kenny
too.
never did anybody no harm.
Do they even exist anymore? Do they still have Kenny Rogers?
I don't know.
John, you don't want Sonic, John?
I got
Yeah.
that.
I'd love to do a tour of the American fast food places that we see on TV that we don't have up here.
You're right, Rob. Rob, I think of
Sonic.
that all the time.
Like Sonic, and Hardee's and Bojangles, and I can't think of it. I'm sure there's others.
Because you've been to Cookout, haven't? Because you were a Charlotte guy for a bit, or you're a North Carolina guy for a bit with work.
Cookout, what the hell's that?
Alex just had a heart attack.
Tell me more.
Oh, I mean,
Tell me more.
Where do you start? You know,
it's dirt cheap, like 100 different milkshake flavors. They've got everything, barbecue, corn dogs, burgers, quesadillas, all that stuff.
For a long time, they were home of the $5 tray. Which
we have Arby's up here, Chance. We're not like
Arby's. Feels like an Arby's night.
I love Arby's. Give me some curly fries.
They do got a good fry.
They do.
But yeah, no. For a while, Rob, they had the Cookout tray that was $5. Now it's like $8.
That still sounds like a great idea.
But it's a great idea because the tray itself is like you get an entree, which is like a double burger, a chicken sandwich, right? You pick like your entree, and then your two sides, which are just smaller versions of the entrees. So like, and then you would get a drink, like a big ass tea or whatever they called it for $5. So like my go-to was like whatever was like big double burger with like 2 chicken quesadillas and a large sweet tea for $4.95. Oh. And if I wanted to upgrade it to a fancy shake and be like, oh, I want Oreo peanut butter milkshake, they'd be like, that's $1 upcharge, and you'd be like, I think I can make that work, baby girl.
Plus, they're full of cheer wine and those taps.
I used to do the cheer wine.
Dan, you just said my favorite word. Anytime I go to North Carolina, I make a beeline to find some fucking cheer wine.
Yeah. You know that, Jason? You know cheer wine?
Oh
no.
It's cherry Coke but better.
The last time I was in Charlotte, I was in my boss's car. We were driving from our office to the hotel and past like a convenience store. I don't know what the hell it was. I'm like, and I said to my boss, I go, pull the car over. He said, what? I go, I gotta go in there. He goes, what? I said, I gotta get some cheer wine. He goes, what the fuck do you want cheer wine for? I'm like, you don't understand. That's my favorite drink on the planet, and we don't have it, and I need some in my room. So I bought a bunch of cheer wine and took it back to my hotel. Love that stuff.
And Cookout would do cheer wine floats.
That's right.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Easy, Robert.
So y'all still hungry?
I just went from 6 to midnight. Good Lord.
Oh, man.
Your guys' knowledge of fast food is just next level.
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing.
No, but there's so many.
It's not even knowledge.
There's so many more down there.
Yeah,
we have the same shit up here, Jay. We just have the same 5 places.
That's right. Yeah. We got. Do you have White Spot there, Rob? White Spot's more of a BC. It's a BC thing, but it's kind of like it's something different. But
yeah, Rob,
I got this White Spot. They got this White Spot.
It's negative.
No.
Negative. Seinfeld references.
God, that's like your 4th one since you've been here. Like you literally, Jason, you said 6 things and 4 of them have been Seinfeld references.
Giddy up.
He said 7 things. 5 of them have been.
Richard, we do, but they're starting to grow all over the U.S. too. They just opened one in Texas. I saw one when I was in Atlanta, believe it or not, last summer.
Yep. They're all over.
It's not as good in the U.S. as it is up here, though.
Can't imagine. Now, do you know that you mentioned neither of these places I'm like a big fan of. I think it's like low tier fast food. But you mentioned Hardee's earlier, and
right.
Hardee's and Carl's Jr. are the same. They're just region. Okay.
Yeah.
The
other one I gotta go to. I want to go to Golden Corral.
Golden Colon.
You're going to be in Orlando, Rob. There's a Golden Corral.
You get a Golden Corral like a 12 p.m. with all the the.
I was going to say down where John is in Florida, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting about the big Golden Corral.
Oh yeah, I got one every direction 5 minutes from me.
I mean,
that sounds fantastic.
You're obviously it's not your steakhouse, but yeah, I think it's like what $15, and it's like every single type of
beautiful.
It's
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Is there still a Sizzler? Is that still a thing?
It's not here anymore.
No.
I've been talking about
we had down the street.
Like an all you can eat.
Last one we had is a strip joint.
Yeah, we had a Sizzler here. It used to be called Western Sizzlin', and then it became like a Sizzlers, and then it went out of business. Now it's a Mexican place.
That was my first job. I was a dish dog over at Sizzler Steakhouse.
Where do you get the best fried? What chain gives you the best fried chicken?
What chain?
Well, I mean, the chicken's just the vessel for the sauce, you know,
or this crispy skin.
Well, here's the problem. There's a lot of problems, right?
Here's a good. I've never been to Waffle House. Got to go to Waffle House too. Jay,
Rob,
we're gonna have a hell of a road trip if we ever do.
Yeah.
Rob, can you pin me, Rob? Can you make me big?
I probably can.
All right.
Here, I can make it even larger. Hold on.
Here's my rant.
Oh,
I can't even see you guys. I can't see the stupid
That's
reaction.
the point.
All right, where did I go?
Hold on.
Ew, it's a sock puppet show. Why? So the fried chicken question, right? Because Rob, to me, it's like if you're gonna, when you say like who's got the best fried chicken, like fast food or whatever, to me that is a.
I love you wanted the podium for this.
But you guys are laughing. This is an important. Alex and I are taking this serious. This is important.
Yeah, because I know what Sam's probably thinking, and that's why I want to address.
Oh my God, what's John got going?
Is that like when you say this, Rob, I think of like of classic fried chicken, thighs and legs, and all that type of stuff, right?
Yeah, but what about the chicken?
That is different than what fast food chicken has become now, which is just like tenders galore.
Yeah,
and right. Chicken sandwich. Everybody's got a chicken sandwich.
No, you need like thighs and a breast, and that kind of that's right. Fried chicken.
Right. Exactly. I mean,
Sam, are you a leg man?
Kenny?
No, he's an ass man. That's what he is.
You got that straight?
Proctology,
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Anyway, so
keep going.
I'm listening. I need the answer. Who's the best?
There might be an
answer. The answer is Bojangles. The answer is Bojangles.
I think Bojangles does have a great chicken, but you know what? The Kentucky Fried Chicken got great, like fried chicken sort of vibe too, man. I think that's the thing. I think the thing is the joke is like, if you're going to get fried chicken in America, like you want to go to like the greasy hole in the wall.
You need a mom and pop, but I'm talking. We're talking chain.
Mom and pop.
Right.
So we have 3 chains here. I don't know if Jason has the same 3 that we have. We have KFC, obviously,
right,
and we have Popeyes.
Mm-hmm.
I love me some Popeyes. It's great.
Popeyes got good chicken.
Actually, we got 4. We got Churches now all over the place.
Churches is good.
Yeah. Good. Yep.
But Mary Brown's, Rob. Yes,
that's where
Mary
I'm going.
Brown's.
Mary Brown's is hard to meet. Mary Brown's is from Nova Scotia, and her slogan is "Mary Brown has the best legs in town." And her chicken's fantastic, but even better than her chicken is the taters.
Yeah,
Am I right?
Okay,
Jason? The taters.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, see, I've been to Popeyes. I've done the Popeyes thing. It tore my mouth up, and I was like, "This is like." For me, when I went, it was like the most overrated thing after living my whole life in Bojangles world.
Yeah, it is spicy. Yeah.
You got a vote here for Raising Cane's, apparently.
Sam doesn't do well with seasoning, John. So
No. Right, Popeyes was too much bread and not enough chicken. Like it was like the bread was like tearing my mouth up. It wasn't the spice. Bojangles has like the spice to it. And the Chance's thing, Cane's again is something else that I've become interested in. The chicken itself is quality, like it's good, but like the actual chicken itself is like it's plain. But that goes to the whole thing of like slapping that sauce all over that thing, and drinking it.
No, but Rob's not a sauce man. Like you don't do ranch or blue cheese with your wings, right?
No, they
all natural.
Ruins it. You gotta do without. Yeah.
You go with like the Brazilian. Yeah.
Exactly.
Here's a food-related album. There you go. Hot dog.
Oh, John's trying to get us back on task here. Hold on.
Oh, was the artist Joey Chestnut?
That's Lou Donaldson. Oh, wait a minute. Make sure I'm pointing in the right direction. He had some weird covers with chicks holding hot dogs.
Well,
I think that means something.
Is that like
I don't know.
early mid 70s Blue Note type stuff there, John?
I don't even know this is. I don't think this is Blue. Oh, it is Blue Note. Yeah, it is Blue Note. Ooh, it has nice ringware. Look at that thing.
Interesting texture on that hot dog.
That's an interesting.
I would eat it.
Okay, so what
It's perfectly
chain
sane food to eat.
What chain has the best hot dog then?
Sam's probably more of a voice of authority on the hot
He's
dog.
a hot dog king, is he?
The glizz boss.
I think we got to get it from one of those vendors at the side of the road, the hot dog cart.
Well, because you're talking like hot dogs, and then like there's also a whole coney scene.
True.
And because like Detroit style conies are a very different thing than Chicago dogs are done a special all these kind of things.
Fair.
But then also the thing that, and I don't know if I'm sure you have them up there, and especially in like the cities, right? Is like the hip thing to do now is like to take. You guys are so stupid. So stupid.
Alex and I are trying to have an intelligent conversation.
He knows his wieners.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So, like the thing to do is like take like the cheapest, trashiest food ever, right? Like a hot dog that you can go, and even in Canada, even up in BC in the boonies where Jason is, he can even go to the grocery store and buy probably like 47 hot dogs for like $3.13, right? Like it is the cheap. So of course, like what people in 2025 want to do is they're like, well, let's take that and make them expensive by opening up these like gourmet hot dog joints, right? Yeah. So it's like, well, why spend $3.13 of your British Columbia money on 47 hot dogs when you can buy one hot dog for $12 because it has like a bag of Fritos, or something on it, or slaw.
You have Jappa dog, don't you, Rob?
No.
Jappa dog?
Is that a slur?
It sounds like
it's a fancy hot dog joint, just like you're describing. Those are the prices. It's ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Do they sell bottled wiener water?
Oh, what?
That's a hot dog flavored water.
That's the thing. You can buy bottled wiener water. Like, when you boil a hot dog, the wiener water, people actually bottle that and you buy it as a drink. It's a thing.
It's scary. That doesn't surprise me. I took a picture of a beer the other day and I sent it to these guys, and it was a dill pickle beer.
Yeah,
it was weird.
That's the Popeyes thing right now. Is the dill pickle chicken sandwich.
I hate pickles. So.
The poutine and a hot dog. Yeah, that's a good friggin' idea.
What's that, John?
I was just thinking. I read Cannery Row recently, Steinbeck, and there's a part in there about him drinking a beer milkshake. So I was at Applebee's about 3-4 weeks ago, I don't know, back. And she brings me a beer, said, hey, somebody, we opened the beer. Somebody didn't want it. Do you want the beer? I'm like, okay, sure. I look across and she's scooping ice cream for somebody's drink or whatever. And I go, we got to do this. So she puts 1 scoop of ice cream, pours the beer on top of it. And it was pretty damn good. It was vanilla ice cream, probably better with like a, what's the Guinness or something? No, Guinness wouldn't be good. Like a good light beer, but it was damn good. I took a drink and I'm like, I don't know what I think of this, and I end up finishing the whole damn thing. So you got to try the beer milkshake.
Even the
this is the next Friday. What's on tap?
You got to do the beer milk, and it kind of forms kind of cool when it pours. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Alex has to figure that one out.
No,
Alex, you got to do the beer milkshake.
Florida man.
That's called a barley.
Yeah, John does that, and then he starts wrangling his gators. Y'all got any gators up there, Rob, Jason?
No.
Just a whole bunch of Cobra chickens.
I see one every morning right around the corner.
No way. Jeez.
Every morning, little gator just swims by.
He waves like that?
Yeah, he does. He brings up little. You got him trained. He's only got like 3. But he just, hey, what's up, man?
I just see a wild guy with a black powder rifle. That's all I see.
Yeah, we had a coyote in the backyard too a couple weeks ago.
Oh, we have those block away from my house.
Yeah, pretty wild.
was putting garbage out a few months ago, and a fucking coyote runs up the middle of the road as I'm putting out the garbage.
Jeez. They pretty much stay away.
The things that are wild is if you ever get down to the Southwest, like out in Arizona and that sort of thing, where they got those they got like those devil pigs.
Warthogs?
Basically, they're called javelinas. Y'all know about these?
No.
Well, again, they're like New Mexico, Arizona.
Do they taste good?
I'm sure. I bet they do. I bet you throw one of those on the Barbie, and you'll have yourself everything.
Like, wild boar tastes pretty good. So,
but yeah, man, these things are like they're wild pigs, but they travel like in packs and they're nocturnal and shit. But like one of the Sedona is like one of my favorite places ever. It's like Sedona's like this big tourist trap, and people are like, be careful when it gets dark because those javelinas come out and fucking take your money and shit. So I'm telling you, Sam, look one up. Look up a javelina. It starts with a J.
Javelina?
Javelina.
Some kind of Mexican pig.
Isn't that an Elton John song?
Yeah.
It's a Billy Joel song, I think.
Deep cut.
Okay, that's blasphemy.
Right. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, they don't.
Look at that.
Oh.
They be taking out old ladies and shit.
The cactus pig is the street name.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who calls them that.
Where do you find them? Where do they hang out?
Like Arizona, New Mexico, that sort of thing.
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, yeah. Oh, I've seen one of those, yeah.
It's cuddly.
Alex, this should be your next thumbnail. Just add some records to it. It's kind of the face that thumbnails need.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
That's the beer milkshake right
John,
there.
what are you talking about? We're talking about
pigs. That pig needs.
God.
That pig needs that beer milkshake. Bring it over here. Let's see that pig drink this.
We're just trying to help Rob's watch hours at this point.
Yeah, that's exactly.
There you go. Yummy,
it's a pig, man.
Beer milkshake.
So who has the best French fries then?
Ooh.
McDonald's.
This is
they suck down here.
But we have to specify. Are we talking steak fries? What?
Yeah, that's true. Not all fries are created equal, Rob. You know that.
Steak and Shake. I like Steak and Shake string fries. Those are good.
So how would you qualify different kinds of French fries then?
Well, Bojangles is obviously number one. It goes back to Bojangles, which Jason, get your butt down here.
I think Bojangles has the best fries.
I'm going Arby's because you can't beat a seasoned curly fry.
Yeah, I like that.
I like the seasoned fries from Popeyes too.
Oh, Checkers. I like Checkers fries.
Yeah, because Checkers and Rallies are the same too.
Yeah.
You're not a fan of Bojangles fries, Alex?
Well, of course I'm a fan of them, but I'm not going to put them up in the upper echelon of fast food fries.
Chick-fil-A's are high.
Here's the thing with Chick-fil-A fries.
Waffle fries, yeah.
They're high because they're a waffle fry, but these motherfuckers be coming out soggy and cold and nasty. You know what I mean?
Sometimes they're hard as a rock. Wingstop.
Okay. All right. Listen here.
Well, if you're going to introduce sauces, that's a whole other conversation.
That's a whole other.
I will say.
Come on, Chance. Get up here and tell us.
Agree. I think. Because if we were just sitting here taking now, granted, Sam doesn't like sauces or anything anyway, so he's always going in dry.
That's not 100% true.
Okay, yeah.
He just had cane sauce the other week, and he's like,
"You don't know what I look like." I was licking that thing.
I was like, "Yeah, you're looking."
I think you look exactly like
that. New groove, So, I think we are just talking a fry on its own, ketchup, no sauces, no nothing. Fry on its own, purely potato fry flavor. I do think that Rob has it right that the Arby's curly fry is just, and again, they're really the only.
Now, that's its own seasoning. It's a seasoning, though.
Seasoning's fine.
So still fry, still potato.
Okay, well that's
baked
important
onto
to
the fry.
qualify.
Sauce is not baked onto the fry.
Sauce versus seasoning, yes.
Yeah.
No, season. What you want, an unsalted fry?
No. But I'm saying the waffle, the curly fry at Arby's is its own recipe. That's why it's kind of brown looking. It's a different thing.
Right, but okay, but also here.
Ours are orange.
I'm going to throw out a fast food joint that gets a lot of shit, but they've kind of have a little bit of a resurgence, and their fries are right up there with Arby's fries because they're basically they stole them. Is Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box got some good curly fries.
I've never had Jack in the Box.
And they got a good taco, and they got a great egg roll.
I'm going to throw out something crazy here, and I know Jason's going to back me on this. You take a French fry, just a plain French fry. It's got a little bit of salt on it, and you put some white vinegar on it. Am I right, Jason?
I'm never a fan of the vinegar on fries, but most people are.
Oh,
but
it
turns soggy.
So
white
I don't
vinegar.
think most
Malt
people
vinegar?
are. No.
Is that different
I
than
think
malt
that's a
vinegar?
minority.
yeah, it's way different than malt vinegar.
Malt vinegar is at Long John Silver's. That was like their big thing.
Yeah.
No, you just sprinkle a little bit of white vinegar on French fries.
I can't do
Oh,
vinegar.
so good, so good.
But that's
I
the thing.
will
Sam, the vinegar
I
thing.
will not eat French fries without white vinegar.
That's
No way. Wow.
Sam, but the vinegar thing was not for the fry. That's because that's the thing that people put on their fish.
Yeah.
But that's fascinating. No, I mean I do like malt. I do like malt liquor. On the fries.
Malt liquor.
Just
That's hilarious. Okay,
dunk
no,
your
I will
fries
say
in some
no.
old English.
If done correctly, back to the fried problem, because I want to be inclusive of Jason and his lack of options up there.
This is a problem.
If salted correctly, I do think the classic McDonald's fry is pretty goated.
Yes.
I don't think you can beat that.
Like it's good, but it's not. I eat them and I go, "This is good," but this is just some manufactured shit that looks like a French fry.
It all
You're
is.
not talking about quality, Rob.
I know, but to me, it's not really a French fry. To me,
None of
I
these
don't-
places are
Yeah.
no, I know they're
quality.
Rob, what kind of chicken have you ever seen that looks like a drum?
not. None.
Or a boot, like a McDonald's McTender. Like,
I hate McDonald's, but I have a 9-year-old, so we go there a lot.
I will say, Rob, you're missing out on the Sonic thing because they're big in like the tater tot world.
I love tater tots. Don't get me wrong. I'm
Oh yeah,
let's
Tater
go to
tots-
Sonic and get
tater
tater
tot,
tots and a
right.
milkshake. I'm
I would
in.
smash a tater tot right now. Like,
Oh man!
You know what's
tater-
weird about tater tots? Tater tots have such the profit margin is so crazy on those that is like the appetizer at like a lot of pubs now is freaking tater tots.
with like a sprinkle of bacon and some chives. It's like
You know what's
fancy.
Exactly. It's so
You know what's
stupid.
really good on some tater tots? A little bit of white vinegar on some tater tots.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Economist Jason over here is like, you guys know what's crazy about tater tots? He's like,
They're so cheap.
profit margin.
Like a serious.
I'm getting the Ore-Ida like
I mean,
frozen.
if you compare these restaurants, if you compare their DDCs to their IPVs, the tater tots are rated supreme.
They are a money making machine.
I want to know who is watching right now, and
Is anyone watching? I don't see
I
how many
can't,
people are
I can't
watching.
believe Concert
Us.
Buddy's been with us for about an hour and a half.
He's
That's
stuck on the
crazy.
toilet because he's eating some Arby's.
Yeah. He's on the
Oh,
toilet down in
man.
those fries.
Yeah, this is a hell of a talk.
the
We're out of
VCs
fast
give up
food. We can't talk about soda because we've already determined Cheerwine's the best. So
Man, you know what? No, it's kind of funny. So I'm a huge. It's kind of obviously it's like a go-to fast food joint, but you know, like I worked at Taco Bell when I was in high school, and I still like love me some Taco Bell. What's funny though is that there's other places that like, you know, pretend to be like Taco Bell. Like, you know, you go out like way out west or whatever, and you run into a
Way out west. Sorry.
It's good, Jason.
you run into like a
Breaking into tune.
Del Taco.
Oh yes.
Do you know about the Del
haven't had
Taco,
one.
Jason?
Yeah.
Do you have them?
There's one. I think I've seen them before. It must have been Vancouver, probably. But
Vancouver.
I always
Yeah,
wondered how that compared to Taco Bell.
Well, it's like funny because like it's weird because you get like a taco and then like fries, which you know whatever.
Which Taco Bell's doing now.
I know, but and those are actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you got like the chicken tenders. I remember not too long ago.
I always try to they do like these like one-off things for like you know a week or whatever and then keep it moving. But I always found it fascinating with Del Taco that it literally means of the taco.
Taco. It's like, here's the meat, here's the cheese, here's the guac, but no taco.
Right. It's like of the taco is Del Taco. Okay.
I want to know what Richard and Chance are doing watching this. Like, are they like, look, this is like the top priority for us to watch?
Yep.
These
they just ran in the other room and put on shorts. I mean, that's how serious they're taking this.
They're just bots.
They have 475 channels on cable and there's nothing on, so they got to find some high quality entertainment on YouTube.
Well, see, here's my brain right now. The whole time I've been sitting here thinking, like, I'm jealous that Rob is in a hoodie because I'm like sweating, and I'm like, I'm so tired of the.
I'm in a hoodie and shorts, so go figure that logic.
I can't figure it.
My basement is freezing, and Concert Buddy is bathing in white vinegar.
John's got a breeze on. John's got a fan on him or something.
Got a fan right.
He's letting his hair blow in the wind.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's like those music videos.
Well, in Austin, where I'm going tomorrow, it's 104.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
I know you love that.
Seriously,
Yeah.
Alex will come to my apartment and immediately go, all right, we got to do something here.
We got to crank this boy down.
You walked to my thermostat and pressed the button.
Yeah,
like, don't touch the thermostat.
I didn't tell you after you went to bed that last night, man. I cranked that boy down like 5 more degrees.
I can picture Alex just walks in, turns the thermostat down, takes his shorts off, so I was walking around in his tidy whities, blows the toilet out a little bit later, just makes himself at home.
Yeah.
Is that about sums it up, Sam?
I mean, that's what I invite you to my home. That's what I expect, you know.
That's what happens when Sam's sleeping.
Oh man.
Right. Oh.
Holy smokes! Look at this. What hand you wipe with? Well, for $1.99, I don't know.
Oh
Thank
man!
you, by the way.
Wow.
Take this one, Alex.
Well, you got to answer him for that price.
We got $1.99.
You guys ever heard of a bidet? You know,
it's about 25 cents.
Hey, hardly ever. Richard wants to know what the best burrito is.
I had a pretty good one. And I was talking about it the other day. I've never been to a place called Chewy's, which is like a Texas taco chain. And that was a pretty tasty burrito. I put queso on it. I upcharged that thing. Beans and rice and chicken. It was pretty good. So that's what I got.
That was a dead end with the burrito question.
I'm not a big burrito guy.
I wrapped it up, if you will.
We have a chain called Bar Burrito. I don't mind a burrito from there because you decide what the hell you want on it. So, yeah, I'm all right with that.
That's Rob. I mean, I hate to burst the buble, but that's a burrito most places. Like that's the joy of the burrito is you're like
I don't partake in the Mexican inspired fare very often. So.
Okay, so you don't it's not just burritos, like you don't fuck with like tacos or anything either.
No.
Okay. No. You don't do white people taco night ever?
White people taco night.
Yeah.
Old El Paso.
I mean, we make a little old El Paso at home from time to time.
Well, there you go. That's why people.
That is it.
Is that white person taco night? All right.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
What? One of you are probably my dad. All right.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I mean, you'll take the money, but
it's called alimony.
I only have one kid that I know of, so.
So what's the deal with the VC? You know.
With the VC.
What's up with
Glenn? What's up with Glenn doing shorts? That's what I want to know.
Glenn did a short? You're kidding.
He's done
several shorts now. Yeah.
No.
Oh my God, he's running them, man. He's running the shorts.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
We gotta get on him about that because all the shit he chucked at you, John.
Yeah, he might actually listen to Hackney Diamonds now. He's going through a change. It's a possibility. But yep, he's promoting all his shorts now. But what's funny is I don't know what he's recording on, but everything's backwards. All the text is backwards. So I don't know what. Huh?
That sounds like Glenn. Yeah.
It's like amateur hour there, but yeah, it's pretty funny.
Dang.
Jeez.
Well, I'm gonna rag on him for doing the shorts because he gave us so much shit for those things.
Oh my God, that was a never-ending thing.
Yeah. So he's going to have to get it.
I think you should have him on next week, Rob. Give him a topic, but then it's like, oh, that's not our topic. We're just going to rag on you for 2 hours.
We should. I got to get him on.
This is an intervention.
What do you think, Jason?
I like it.
It's a well thought out response. Thank you.
Well, boys, I'm going to get going here.
Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this up too. So,
Yeah.
thanks, guys. This was a fun little impromptu chat. So,
Yeah, that was fun.
See everybody.
That was fun. Good to have a reunion with the original crew.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, guys.
Okay, guys.
That was good.
Take care.
Talk later.
All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.